Next, we'll turn to Rob Lee with TalkSport.
Hello, Paul. Pleasure to speak with you.
Hey, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Over here in London, very much looking forward to, well, obviously it starts today in Newcastle, but looking forward to next Wednesday as well. Just wanted to ask you about NXT and WWE's relationship, whatever form it may take with independent promotions such as Evolve and the utilization of talents on, what's thought to be very different kind of deals than may have been offered previously, has really excited NXT's core viewing demographic. And there are several successful promoters running outfits in the UK as small businesses that I know are familiar to the likes of William Regal, and the footage from the likes of Progress Wrestling and ICW and Rev Pro was used in those excellent build videos for Finn and Apollo Crews in a similar way that New Japan footage was used ahead of the Beast in the East Special and with Jushin Liger for Brooklyn's TakeOver. And Zack Sabre Jr. was also flagged up throughout WWE media a few weeks ago. It'd be deeply unfair of me to ask about the nature of any burgeoning relationships or familiarity with UK promotions or performers, but since that deeply engaged audience is going to be a key component to the live audience of TakeOver, are there at all?
It would be deeply inappropriate, but I'm going to ask anyway. I love that. It was a good setup. Yeah, look, I am wide open to finding talent wherever talent are. And by talent, I mean guys that have been doing this for years, and other times by talent, I mean finding the guy that, while sometimes I think fans look down on them because they didn't necessarily find their way here immediately, it doesn't change their passion for it once they get into it, and everybody started from nothing and got to where they're going, So I am wide open to finding talent wherever I can find talent, and having the best talent in the world find their way to the WWE, to NXT. I'm well aware, as you mentioned Regal. It's something that is a lot of times, other than pleasantries because we've known each other for so long, 90% of our conversations involve those promotions that you just mentioned. We're looking at tapes where he's pointing out guys, he's seeing what he sees. To me, those I've used the term before, the undercurrent, the internet, independent undercurrent of the business. That it's vital to me. I can't. It's vital to everyone. I can't, or we can't expect everybody in the world that wants to be in this industry to learn how to do what we do solely based on the Performance Center. It would be ridiculous for me to think that. And I want to take the best guys that I think have the best chance of success, and in some way teach them, our system and what we do. And there's so much more to it than just stepping in the ring and learning holds and maneuvers and the basics of the business. That's very important. Don't get me wrong. It's the most important part, but there's a lot more to it as well. I think having those talent, like the people that you mentioned, go out to Progress, to Rev Pro, to ICW, or New Japan, or to Evolve here in the States, and getting that experience, getting that time, learning their craft and taking the time. This business takes a long time to learn right, to learn how to really do it. And you think you know how to do it when you've been in it for a little bit of time, and then you realize 5 years later, like, oh, I didn't have a clue. It takes a long time, and especially to learn how to get yourself over and to be a top guy, and to draw, to have people be interested in you as a performer, and be long term, where it's not just a nifty move or something that they see that's shiny and flashy, and they go, oh wow, and then they lose interest in. To keep that interest is difficult. So all those places to me are essential. I hope to have, in some way, relationships with the ones that do business in the right way, and in a, I don't mean a similar way in the product that you see necessarily at all times, but in a similar mindset to what I would consider to be the correct way and the right mindset for the business. And if they do, then I'm open to having working relationships with them and having conversations with them and all of it. To me, I think it's a very exciting time in the business. I think it's a very exciting time to be a young man or woman and thinking, I want to be a professional wrestler, to step into the business and to try to find their way. There's a lot of opportunities out there. There's a lot of room for people to get experience, and trust me, we are looking everywhere. So, our eyes are open at all times. I have a very, very good team between Canyon and William Regal and everybody that we have out there. There's very few people we don't know about.
That's excellent. Thank you for your time and allowing me to be deeply inappropriate.